Okay, at this time we're going to be looking at Chapter 2, Section 6, which are some special functions. And these all need to be memorized because you're going to be repeatedly going back to them on the future tests and things. You just need to know when you're looking at these functions what they look like. Okay, y equals x. That's going to be a line, and it crosses at 0, 0. So we know we have 0, 0, and it goes at 45 degrees. It's just a line going that direction. It's a line. Okay, x squared, again, touches 0, 0, and it's U-shaped, and 0, 0 is where it touches. X cubed touches at 0, 0. That's a lot like x squared, only it goes down and gets flat, and then goes down. So it flattens out. Absolute value, again, touches 0, 0, and it's V-shaped. Square root of x touches 0, 0, and it curves off to the right. Cube root of x looks a lot like x cubed, only it goes up like a square root and curves down, again touching 0, 0. Now, piecewise functions. A piecewise function is in multiple pieces. That's why it's a piecewise function. Any number that's less than 0 gets plugged in the top, and a number between 0 and 2 gets plugged in the middle, and any x value between or bigger than or equal to 2 gets plugged in the bottom. It tells you which piece over here tells you, do you use 3x, 7, or x plus 1. Okay, negative 1. We look over here. Negative 1 is less than 0. So we're going to plug it in. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 0, well, this says less than 0. That says between 0 and 2. There's no place for 0, so there's no definition on that one. It's not defined. Okay, then now positive 1. 1 is between 0 and 2, so we're going to use this one, 7. 2 is equal to 2, so we're going to use the bottom. 2 plus 1 makes 3. 4 is bigger than 2. It's not up here. 4 is bigger than 2. 4 plus 1 makes 5. So you simply look at the function to find out which piece you're going to use, either the 3x, the 7, or the x plus 1, to plug the number in. Now you can physically graph piecewise functions by making tables of each piece. I'm going to make a table of the top numbers. I'm going to start with 1 and get smaller. 1, 0, negative 1. When I plug in 1, I get 2. Plug in 0, I get 0. Plug in negative 1, I get negative 2. This top point will be open because there's no equal sign. And so I'll get this graph right here. 1, 0, or 1, 2 rather. 0, 0, and negative 1, negative 2. Then I make another table starting with 1. I always start with this number and getting bigger. And again, this is going to be an open circle because it's not equal, but we always start here because we want to catch 0.999 or 1.001 or 009, whatever. We don't want to start with 2 and miss a bunch of decimals. So you start with that number, and I get bigger. So it's 1, 2, 3. Then I plug in 1, I get negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And when I graph those, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 3, negative 3, open circle and draw your line. So that's how you graph a piecewise function. Just make a table for the top and a table for the bottom. You can type these on the calculator, but they're going to keep going. Calculators don't know about piecewise functions and restrictions on your domain. So it's easier just to type these in a table. So that's all of section 6.